Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the Monday, October 9 days of our live spoilers recap, Tate Black eventually boarded the plane and joined Brady Black and Theresa Donovan. Tate's attempt to obtain the contact information of the considerably older flight attendant irritated Brady, who made it obvious that Tate would need to find employment in order to make up for all the harm he had caused at his school. Repairs costing $50,000 were required because Tate set off the sprinklers during examinations and pulled a fire alarm. Tate was treated like a child by Theresa, but Brady was determined to get him a job at the bar so he could take care of things on his own. Following that, on Monday's episode of Days, Bonnie Lockhart-Kyriakis updated Kayla Johnson about the arrest warrant for Vivian Alamain and the new will that guaranteed she would receive nothing. Additionally, Kayla learned that Alex Kyriakis was Victor Kyriakis' son and would inherit half of his inheritance. On Monday's DOL program, Maggie Kyriakis told Justin Kyriakis about Alex shoving her out of Titan at the Kyriakis estate. Justin expressed his disdain and apologized to Maggie before considering the mistake Victor made by disclosing the identity of Alex. In light of some family history, Maggie urged Justin to return to the Kyriakis mansion since the group needed to come together. Stephanie Johnson discovered Alex was seated in the CEO chair when she arrived at Titan to inform Vivian of her resignation. Alex summarized the most recent Kyriakis developments and mentioned that since he now owned a controlling stake in Titan, he had assumed the throne. Alex was stung by the lie and didn't appear eager to live back in the Kyriakis mansion, even if Victor was making up for not recognizing his son. Stephanie was sympathetic toward Alex and pretended that his family dynamics didn't need to alter. But Alex was still having a difficult time dealing with things. Regarding SJPR's future at Titan, Stephanie noted how they had grown close and that they had decided not to leave now that Alex was in charge rather than Vivian. The flowers that Chad DiMera had brought on the birth of her granddaughter were returned to him when Kate Roberts Brady knocked on his home. Kate revealed to Chad that Rex Brady married Sarah Horton Brady, while pretending to be Victoria Horton's father in order to shield the family from Xander Cook. Chad reminded Kate not to interfere because doing so might worsen the situation, which made him think back to the recent difficult marriage discussion he had with Stephanie, Kayla, and Steve Johnson. When Kate pressed Chad about his thoughts on moving forward with the marriage, he said that Abigail DiMera hadn't been gone for that long. Kate advised Chad to take his time deciding how he would spend the rest of his life with Stephanie because he had previously believed he would live with Abigail. When Stephanie returned home and had a private conversation with Chad, she stated that Kayla was the one who was pressuring her and that she had only mentioned that she could see herself marrying him someday. Chad appeared relieved since he enjoyed how their relationship was going, but Stephanie appeared uneasy as she hugged him. On Monday's episode of Days, Tate was welcomed back to Salem by Kayla, who gave him a warm embrace. Tate was displeased with Brady for telling the restaurant that his kid had been expelled from boarding school, as Brady recounted. Before the conversation went to what was in Victor's briefcase, Tate also met Bonnie, who gave an explanation of the new will, the letter from Angelica Devereux, and the information that Alex was Victor's son. As Brady struggled to digest Victor's secret and the reality that Alex received half of the Kyriakis riches, he was in shock. Theresa feigned to be taken aback by everything going on, but her thoughts immediately went back to opening the briefcase and holding the stack of letters inside. Tate believed he was his father's means of accessing Rachel Black now that Kristen DiMera had sole custody after Brady discussed taking him to meet his younger sister at a father-son meal. Brady argued that it wasn't like that, but Tate insisted that he was okay with being used. Brady was left to handle Roman Brady and the entire work scenario when Tate made the decision to go for a walk and reintroduce himself with Salem. When Bonnie arrived at the Kyriakis mansion with her bags, Justin told her about Alex shoving Maggie out of the CEO seat and expressed his hope that he would grow up before doing any more harm. On Monday's episode of Days, a reporter called Alex at Titan to inquire how he felt about being Victor's kid, but he remained silent. When Theresa finally arrived to provide solace and entertainment, she attempted to persuade Alex to join her for supper. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Theresa's secrets will eventually land her in danger, so pay attention to Duel. According to Days of Our Lives rumors for Tuesday, October 10, Abe Carver will run into Nicole Walker before going on a date with Paulina Price. Even if Abe isn't currently able to recall their past, that will provide Nicole the opportunity to get in touch with him. Nicole will be happy to have this time with Abe because he still acts as a father figure for her. Nicole might be able to help Abe with his love life since he might be anxious about how things are going with Paulina. Days spoilers indicate that Paulina will also need to prepare for her date on Tuesday's DOL episode. It appears that Johnny DeMera and Chanel Dupree will provide Paulina some independent advice. Paulina will hope that Abe's willingness to date her again portends good news for their future, despite the fact that the situation has been a little strange with him due to his forgetfulness. After assisting Paulina with all of her preparations, Chanel and Johnny can begin making their own plans for the evening. Sooner or later, Johnny will take Chanel back to the DeMera home to watch a movie, so they can get comfortable on the sofa. According to teasers for other days, Tate Black will run with Holly Jonas at the park, where they will quickly become friends and commiserate over their own problems. The last time Holly and Tate were in Salem together, they were rather young, so they will now exchange introductions and get to know one another as teenagers. That will prepare Nicole for a startling conclusion regarding Holly's new relationship with Tate, who will ultimately annoy Nicole by gushing about how attractive her daughter is. Holly would eventually wind up crashing Chanel and Johnny's date in the DeMera living room, ruining their attempt at a romantic evening. She will try to hide her disappointment in Chad DeMera's lack of enthusiasm for marriage from Stephanie Johnson. Despite Stephanie's best efforts to downplay what Chad overheard, it is clear that she values weddings more than he does. However, Days spoilers indicate that Stephanie will try to put aside her own feelings for their probable marriage and simply enjoy a night out with Chad. They will run into Chad and Stephanie at the same restaurant after Theresa Donovan persuades Alex Kyriakis to go on a date with her as well. This will undoubtedly lead to some awkward moments. Stay with us for updates on what happens next in Alex and Theresa's budding romance, because Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that their evening will include some surprises. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.